Hey everybody, it's author Nikila, author of the book 7 Days to Pray the Single Away, and also Daughters of the Most High, Why Smart Girls Do Dumb Things, and the God Who Loves Them. So today is day 31 of going from Miss to Mrs., where I'll be going from Miss Shannon to Miss Majors. If you have not caught the other videos, please make sure you go back to my Facebook page and check them out. Hopefully these little nuggets will help you along the way as they've helped me. So I will get right to it. So I want to talk about Proverbs 18 and 22, which is, he who finds a wife findeth a good thing. Those findeth this that catch you up. Finds a good thing. So he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. Now we often use this scripture to tell women that they shouldn't be going searching for a man, and that you let him find you and this and that. But I sometimes feel like we miss a little piece of that scripture, and that's him finding a wife. Now, don't say he found a girlfriend or found somebody that he had to shape and mold. So, man don't make you a wife in that sense. You know what I'm saying? You are already a wife, and he finds you and makes you his wife. And so, my question to you today and my encouragement for you is, what kind of wife are you? Are you, if he found you today, if Mr. Right found you today, would he find a wife? Or would he find somebody that he needs to shape and mold, or she's not together? Would he find someone who believes in the order that God has set forth for families and for marriages and relationship? Man being the head of the household, then woman, then children. Well, God first, man, woman, and children. And not saying that men are dominating us or over us or they rule us or anything like that, but saying that they are the head of the household. So sometimes they get the final say. They get the last say in a matter. Or whatever that looks like in the relationship. But knowing that the man is the head of the household, and his job, and allowing him to do those roles. Will he find somebody who's ready to be a wife, to make that sacrifice that wives have to make? If you still are in the mindset of, what can he do for me? He could take care of me. He can do this for me. He can do that for me. Then you're probably not ready to be a wife. Relationships are about sacrifice. Marriage is about sacrifice, and it's a very serious sacrifice. You have to put yourself aside, and you have to take care of the other person. Ideally, what happens is when you are sacrificing and you putting yourself and your needs and wants aside for him, he's doing the same thing in return, so that way everybody's being taken care of. Amen. And so that's, something that I want you to think of. Are you ready to be a wife? And do you have those wifely qualities? And before we get too far off into that, it's a little something that the guy brought to my memory, or that he brought to the forefront for me and helped me understand tonight, is that whole concept of women, of a wife roles and husband roles, in the sense of a wife's job is to be at home and cook and clean. Now, should you know how to cook and clean? Yeah, it would be good. How are you taking care of yourself in your singleness? These are things that you should be doing in your singleness anyway. But I don't think that that's necessarily the roles always that God had in store for wives. And I'll tell you why. Because those roles were from 1950s and 60s. That's what we seen on TV. That was kind of the propaganda that they were selling, that our job was to be barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen at home, while the men folk go out and do all the work and blah blah blah. That's worldly standards. Because when I look back in the Bible at some of the women that were wives, I see a different picture. Proverbs 32 wife, the virtuous wife, she's a really great example. She wasn't at home barefoot pregnant in the kitchen. No, she was out making boss moves. She was making items. She was selling items. She was selling property and land. She was handling business. She was running the household. And she was out there making money and doing stuff in the community and stuff. Her husband was at the gate with his homeboys. But no, she was out selling, and she was out running her own business and taking care of home and making items and things like that. She wasn't at home just waiting for him to tell her what to do and to cook and clean and stuff like that. So she had those skills to make it happen. And then also Rachel. In Genesis 29:9, you have Rachel, who was Jacob's wife. She was a shepherd. So Jacob didn't find her sitting in the kitchen flipping flapjacks. he found her out doing shepherd's work, feeding the sheep and stuff, or watering the sheep. He found her out there doing that kind of stuff. So it wasn't her, so her being a wife, her qualities, she was out working. Ruth and Boaz didn't find her at home, you know what I'm saying, in the kitchen waiting and primping and vacuuming. No, she was out working. She was out making it happen for the family and for her household, and she was out there getting it. So that whole idea that, when you a wife, you just gotta cook and clean, that's the world standards. Ask God what he has for your life and what kind of wife you are supposed to be and what kind of wife you are supposed to look like. But have those wifely qualities, that you can take care of yourself, that you can take care of him, that if y'all have children or had children, that if y'all have children, you already have them, can you take care of them? Can you run the household? Can he trust you to take care of business? Or are you just looking for somebody to be your sugar daddy? He who finds a wife finds a good thing. And so what will he find when he finds you? Is he going to find a wife? Or is he going to find somebody that's just looking to be taken care of? That's my question for you tonight. This is author Nikila, author of the book 7 Days to Pray the Single Away, and also Daughters of the Most High, Why Smart Girls Do Dumb Things, and the God Who Loves Them. That is your assignment. What kind of wife will you be? Can't wait to talk to you guys tomorrow for day 30. Oh my God, day 30. We on a for real countdown. You guys take care, and I will see you soon. Peace.